Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Mass Effect 2. In the last episode, we came here to a hospital outside of Urdnot territory in Tuchanka, owned by Clan Warlock, in search of an old ally of Mordin's who has been captured by the Blood Pack and forced to work on a cure for the genophage. This episode, we will be going even deeper into the hospital and into Warlock territory. Straight away here is a Krogan body.
Dead Krogan, female. Tumors indicate experimentation. No restraint marks. Volunteer. Sterile Warlock female willing to risk procedures. Hoped for cure. Pointless. Pointless waste of life.
I didn't expect you to be disturbed by the sight of a dead Krogan.
What? Why? Because of genophage work? Irrelevant. No. Causative. Never experimented on live Krogan. Never killed with medicine. Her death not my work. Only reaction to it. Goal was to stabilize population. Never wanted this. Can see it logically. But still unnecessary. Foolish. Waste of life. Hate to see it.
I didn't think you'd had much direct contact with things like this. Did you come to Tuchanka after dropping your plague?
Yearly recon missions. Water, tissue samples. Ensure no mistakes. Superiors offered to carry it on. Refused. Need to see it in person. Need to look. Need to see. Accepted as necessary. See small picture. Remind myself why I run a clinic on Omega. Rest, young mother. Find your gods. Find someplace better.
I didn't expect spirituality from you, Mordin.
Genophage modification project altered millions of lives. Then saw results. Ego, humility, juxtaposition, frailty of life, size of universe. Explored religions after work completed. Different races. No answers. Many questions.
Sounds like you were trying to deal with your guilty conscience. The doctor who killed millions.
Modified genophage project great in scope. Scientifically brilliant. But ethically difficult. Krogan reaction visceral. Tragic. Not guilty, but responsible. Trained as doctor. Genophage affects fertility. Doesn't kill. Still, caused this. Hard to see big picture behind pile of corpses.
Can you really just rationalize it all away? How do you justify it?
Wheel of life. Popular Solarian concept. Similar to human Hinduism in focus on reincarnation. Appealing to see life as endless. Fix mistakes in next life. Learn. Adapt, improve, refuse to believe life ends here. Too wasteful. Have more to offer. Mistakes to fix. Cannot end here. Could do so much more.
If you need this much soul-searching to get over it, maybe the genophage was wrong.
Had to be done. Rachni wars, Krogan rebellions, all pointed to Krogan aggression. So many simulations. Effects of Krogan population increase, all pointed to war. Extinction. Genophage or genocide. Save galaxy from Krogan. Save Krogan from galaxy.
You could have cured the genophage instead. Brought hope to the Krogan. They'd have rejoiced.
Assumes human reaction. Krogan stimulus response different. Harsh environment. Take chance to fight. Flee. Would have caused chaos in Tuchanka. Victor would have war economy. Bloodthirsty army. Galactic expansion only logical outcome. More war. Genophage saved lives. War would have ended.
When you put it that way, you did the right thing. Not many would have the guts to look at the results and own it.
Not easy. Sometimes wish I wasn't as intelligent. Choice would have fallen on someone else. Not my problem. Fool's wish. Had to be me. Others might have gotten it wrong. Ready to go, Shepard.
Now, I'm going to be saying this throughout this episode and last episode as well, but Mordin's character is fascinating to me, and this mission really gives you a good kind of glimpse into that. His thinking is so unique there, where he's like...
This might be useful.
Oh, we got a Krogan Vitality research upgrade, by the way, where he's like... So most people are like, you have to take a step back and look at the big picture. Mordin is aware of the big picture, he's aware of how the genophage was, in his view, necessary as part of the big picture. What he has to remind himself of is the small picture, which is that the Krogan are a dying race because of his work, and he has to come back here time and time again to remind himself of the small picture, and like lines like, it's hard to see big picture behind pile of corpses. I think really kind of like show that he has got this kind of guilty conscience underneath. While he's rationalised what he's doing is he's not a killer, he's not murdering people, he's still got guilt for what he's done. He sees it as necessary, it's the only solution as far as he's concerned, but that doesn't mean he has to do it, therefore, by his own logic, but it doesn't mean he doesn't feel bad about it. It's really interesting. This mission is not one of the most interesting in terms of gameplay. It's actually one of the most boring in terms of gameplay, but in terms of what it reveals to you about characters, specifically Mordin, who I find really interesting, it's brilliant. And I think it's so well done, and it's one of those things that it is the perfect successor to Mass Effect 1 that kind of wanted to do these kind of like, throw you these ethically challenging situations, but it just didn't quite have the scope to do it, whereas this game has got that scope and does utilize it brilliantly. Anyway, there is a datapad that you can hack here, which gets you some money, and a sick Krogan.
You killed the Bloodpack guards.
Not Bloodpack, not member of Clan Werlock. Wrong clan markings.
I'm an Urdnot scout. Werlock guards got me. Brought me here.
The Chief Scout told us to watch for you. We've taken out the guards. Get back to Urdnot.
I can't. The Werlock did things to me. Drugs. Injections. Said I was sacrificing for the good of all Krogan. Experiments to cure the genophage. Everything's blurry. Hard to think. Have to stay.
Mordin, can you get him back on his feet? Stims, maybe? Something to bolster his immune system?
You don't understand. I'm not too sick to leave. I have to stay. They're curing the genophage. They're gonna make it all better. They have to keep doing the tests.
Caution, Shepard. Patient unstable, susceptible, brainwashed.
Why do you want them to keep doing the tests?
This is my fault. I got caught. Wasn't strong enough. Not good enough. This is the best I can do. This is all I can do. I'm not big enough to have a real shot with the females. I'll never have kids of my own. But if I help undo the genophage, then I mattered.
Millions of children will be born. Werlock children. They're gonna destroy the other clans.
But... no. No, they said I was helping Urdnot.
If you want to help Urdnot, you need to get back there. But it would take a real badass to make it back to camp while injured.
I can do it.
You? I said a badass, not some scout whining like a Quarian with a tummy ache.
I can do it. I'm up. And I'm going to the female camp.
Damn right you are. Get back there and show them what you're worth. Go! Go!
Nicely done. Fortunately, subject is unlikely to be contagious.
Well, there's a bit of a kind of side quest there, which is the Chief Scout quest, which I don't know if we ever actually got it off. No, the Missing Scout, which we got off the Chief Scout. I don't know if we ever actually did that, but either way, let's proceed through here.
Shepard, I'm detecting crates ahead that are holding unstable materials. A misplaced shock can cause a significant explosion.
Or explosive use.
Ooh, so it came up on the subtitles, but we didn't really hear what Mordin said, which was EDE was saying, "Be careful, a mistimed shot could cause an explosion," and Mordin said, "Or a well-placed shot could cause an explosion." They've not been throwing us a great deal of ammo in this quest, have they? Mission, I suppose. Quest sounds a bit too fantasy for this, though there is some there, because I mention it because my sniper is still on low. It's only on... oh, Mordin switched to that side, so I actually used Concussive Blast on that one. Yeah, because my sniper's still only on like 5 shots. Is it? 6. That's something, I will take that. Because usually I kind of use my other guns while my sniper's rebuilding ammo and then switch back to the sniper. But I've not really been getting enough ammo for that. And it's weird, because oh dear! The Cryoblast. That'll work. I'm going to switch back to the Locust, because I need to get away from these guys. Oh no, oh no. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah. See, that's where the explosion things are useful. Oh, there is a blood-packed warrior in full armor. Can I hide behind there? I mean, I can't technically take cover behind it, but can physically hide behind it. Always a thing to be worried about, because like here, as you can see, I'm able to shoot him what is apparently through the wall. Since I'm able to shoot him, he is also more than capable of shooting me, so, you know, be aware of that shit. Is there anything exciting through there? There is not. Let's pick up some power cells, which gives me a bit of heavy weapon ammo, plus 18. Ooh, 83 on the cane now. We are close to being able to fire the bastard. Believe me, it's worth it. Now, get ready to fight. Get ready to fight indeed. So, here we face a lot of Krogan. So, Grunt is fairly handy as good at fighting Krogan because he has... I mean, Concussive Blast isn't the most useful, but he's strong, his weapons are powerful, and he is hard to kill. Which makes him great against Krogan anyway, because he's a Krogan. And Incendiary Ammo is nice, because Incendiary means it stops regeneration, which when you're against Krogan is a bloody godsend, because boy do they love to regenerate. Now, they throw a few more Krogan through here, and some Varan up to the side. If you burn the Varan, I will burn that Krogan there. And then I will turn myself invisible to take on... Oh no, I'm still regenerating, that's why. Oh no, oh no. Whoopsie daisy. So, we got, again, subtitles without being able to hear it. But, Warlock Gold himself has shown up, the leader of the clan. Which means, you can probably gather from that, we're likely getting towards the end of the mission. Warlock Gold is over there, and he's scary. He's got a barrier, he's got armor, and he's got health under there. He's a extremely well-defended Krogan, which is problematic. We're not healing, so I'm going to use Unity, because we've been warped, which is stopping me from regenerating properly. Oh god, there he is. Right, let's see what we can do about him. Concussive Shot should help take down his barrier, and I will throw my own flashbang at him, just to buy me a little bit of time. That at least knocks him back. I forgot to regenerate. Oh, warp! Okay, that's Grunt down. God, that's worrying. He's a hell of a lot too normal to kill Grunts. Right, oh, good shot to the face has taken a lot of his armor down. Mordin can burn the rest of his armor, and that should hopefully stop him regenerating too. Brilliant. Oh, Krogan charging. And he's a big fucking Krogan. Oh, he's gonna kill the shit out of Mordin. Though he is frozen. That might buy us a few seconds. Let's burn him. And then switch over to the Locust, and finally finish him up. Whoa! Oh no, god, I'm out of ammo. There we go. Oh god, he like burned and froze at the same time. Whew. Wow. That was an interesting one. Whew. Right. With that done, we don't want to go that way. We want to go over here, because there's an important thing to grab here before you head onwards. Open the door. There is a locked crate, which if we bypass it... contains some money! 3 grand. That wasn't what I thought it was. We need to proceed on through here, and I know what I'm looking for now. Now I remember. Basically, there's a point of no return, and you want to do something before you cross the point of no return. The point of no return is through here, but here's what we need. We need the research terminal, so it is quite hard to miss, actually, if we hack it.
Oh, what's this?
Then we get another heavy weapon ammo upgrade, which is brilliant. Now this is your point of no return.
Maelon, alive, unharmed. No signs of restraint, no evidence of torture. Don't understand.
For such a smart man, Professor, you always had trouble seeing evidence that disagreed with your preconceptions. How long will it take you to admit that I'm here because I wish to be here?
He wasn't kidnapped. He came here voluntarily to cure the genophage.
Impossible. Whole team agreed. Project necessary.
How was I supposed to disagree with the great Dr. Solus? I was your student! I looked up to you!
Experiments performed here. Live subjects, prisoners, torture and executions. You're doing?
We've already got the blood of millions on our hands, Doctor. If it takes a bit more to put things right, I can deal with that.
You honestly think the experiments you did here are justified?
We committed cultural genocide. Nothing I do will ever be justified. The experiments are monstrous because I was taught to be a monster.
Mordin, did you ever perform experiments like this?
No. Never taught you this, Maelon.
So your hands are clean. What does it matter if the ground is stained with the blood of millions? You taught me that the end justified the means. I will undo what we did, Professor. The only way I know how.
What happens if the genophage is cured and the Krogan expand again? That will be on your head.
We justified this atrocity by saying the Krogan would cause havoc and war if their population recovered. But look at the galaxy. Batarian attacks in the Traverse, Geth attacks in the Citadel. Is this a more peaceful universe? The assault on your Eden Prime might never have happened if we had let the Krogan recover. We'll never know.
How would a Krogan population explosion have done anything to stop Saren and the Geth?
An increased Krogan population would have forced the Council to take steps, likely involving colony rights in the Traverse. The Turian fleets would be vigilant for any military activity in the area. They might have stopped the Geth at Eden Prime.
Supposition. Impossible to be certain.
Don't you see? We tried to play God and we failed. We only made things worse, and I'm going to fix it.
You talked about killing, but the genophage isn't lethal. It only affects fertility rates.
Krogan fight over fertile females. They become mercenaries or pirates because they see no alternative. They would be thriving in a cultural renaissance now had we not decided that this is what they deserved.
Inaccurate. Krogan population resulted in war. Simulations were clear.
Why work with Clan Weyrloc? And how did you access the genophage data?
The data was easy to obtain. We all still had clearance. We were heroes. All I had to do was ask. As for the Weyrloc, they were the only clan with both the resources and the commitment.
Urdnot has a larger camp than Weyrloc. Why not use them?
Urdnot Rex is too soft. He wasn't willing to do the experiments I needed. It's Urdnot's loss and Weyrloc's gain. Their clan will be the first to recover from the crime we committed.
Maelon clearly doesn't need rescuing. What do you want to do?
Have to end this.
You can't face the truth, can you? Can't admit that your brilliant mind led you to commit an atrocity!
Unacceptable experiments. Unacceptable goals. Won't change. No choice. Have to kill you.
Wait. You don't need to do this, Mordin. You're not a murderer.
No. Not a murderer. Thank you, Shepard. Finished, Maelon. Get out. No Weyrloc left. Project over.
What if he talks to more Krogan? Tells the public about the modified genophage project?
Special Tasks Group good at covering tracks. No proof. Weyrloc willingness to work with Salarian, unusual. Other Krogan will kill him.
Aren't you worried that he'll start his research again?
No. Locking this unit. Special Task Group can cut access to old data. Could start from scratch. Decades of work, though. Didn't teach you everything I knew.
You heard the professor. Get out before he changes his mind.
Where am I supposed to go, Professor?
Don't care. Try Omega. Can always use another clinic.
The Krogan didn't deserve what we did to them, Professor. The genophage needs to end.
Not like this. Apologies, Commander. Misunderstood mission parameters. No kidnapping. My mistake. Thank you.
Don't worry about me, Mordin. How are you doing?
Should have killed him. Wanted to. Easier than listening. Easier for him, too. Experiments indicate how far he's fallen. Expected it from Krogan. Not one of mine.
Maybe you'll remember that the next time you're discussing the ethics of the genophage.
Yes. So many variables. Stress responses. Impossible to truly predict. Something to think about. Maelon's research. Only loose end. Could destroy it. Closure. Security. Still valuable, though.
If you think it could be useful, why not hang on to it?
Worked for years to create modified genophage. Should destroy this. Maelon's work could cure genophage. Don't know. Effects on Krogan. Effects on Galaxy. Too many variables. Too many variables.
You regret what the Krogan have become. You see the horror of what they did here. But you see the loss, too.
Wasted potential.
They don't deserve this, Mordin. Save the data.
Point taken, Shepard. Capturing data. Wiping local copy. Still years away from cure. But closer than starting from scratch. Done. Ready to go. Ready to be off to Chanka. Anywhere else. Maybe somewhere sunny.
Let's get out of here.
And there we have Mordin's loyalty mission, Old Blood, completed. You have the choice there, as you saw at the end, to either save or destroy the data. And at least my thing as well, I don't agree with Maelon's methods or anything like that. It's the whole thing of kind of like, no matter how it was obtained, and no matter how you disagree with how it was obtained, you have that data. Those people have died and those people have suffered, and there's nothing you can do about that. the best you can do is, since that data is there, at least use it. Otherwise, they've died for nothing, and you can't change the fact that you've died, but you can change what they've kind of died for. So that's the big choice there, and that does have some implications in the future, which I will discuss as it becomes relevant. But we now have a new power for Mordin. We have Neural Shock, cripple an organic enemy with pain, which is wonderful, and I'll show that off in the future. Let's head back to the Urdnot camp.
Clan Urdnot has increased in strength after the destruction of Clan Werlock. Based on population profiles, Clan Urdnot has adopted surviving members of Clan Werlock, mostly women and children.
Ah, intelligent move. Surprising from Krogan. Glad to see it.
Also, I have been unable to access local...
So that's interesting that we get a bit of a kind of update on the mission there, that it has helped Urdnot, but in a sense of Urdnot have absorbed the refugees from Clan Werlock, which is kind of nice to see that it's not a traditional Krogan response, and it's nice to see that Mordin is surprised by that as well. Anyway, the Chief Scout, we found his missing scout and encouraged him to come back here like a badass. Let's talk to the Chief Scout.
My scout made it back. We've got him at the tent. Doesn't remember much beyond getting tortured, but he remembers you. Said you yelled at him until he got his hump out of that base and back here. You've got a quad, human. Thanks for saving my scout. Saves me having to train another one.
Talk to you later.
So that concludes that mission. And while we're on the subject of concluding missions, let's talk to the mechanic and give him the combustion manifold we found.
If you're gonna stand there, make yourself useful. I can't do anything until I build a replacement manifold for this damn Tonka.
I found a combustion manifold out in the field. Is this what you need?
That'll work. Faster than building one from scratch, at least. You just saved me 3 days' work, human. You've earned my time if you want it.
What's that you're working on there?
I'm tuning up these machines for battle. It's a wonder this Tomka here made it back to camp. It could be worse. A couple more hits on the broadside, and this thing would have crumbled.
Krogan's placed so much importance on martial strength. How'd you become a mechanic?
How do you think those fools make it to the field to kill each other? Who do you think keeps the weapons working? Without me, there's no battle, just slaughter. I am the military might of Clan Urdnot.
How do you feel about what Rex is trying to do?
The old man's crazy if you ask me, which you just did. But that stuff fixes itself. If it doesn't work, Rex gets torn to shreds and we find out who's got the next best plan.
Let me get out of your way.
Don't do me any favors.
And with that, I think we will hold the episode there. We've concluded Mordin's work, and we've given him and ourselves some interesting insights into the genophage and morality and right and wrong, and I think the overarching theme is there is not... It's real grey. It's very hard to say black and white one way or the other, whether what Mordin or Maelon was doing, who was wrong, who was right, and that's, you know, classic Mass Effect. Next episode, we've dealt with Mordin stuff, we're going to be dealing with Grunt stuff, and dealing with the right, as they refer to it. Hope you'll join me then. Thank you very much, and good day.